Hey guys, what is up? Cousin Valley Central speaking. Well, it's another Monday night live stream if anybody wants to join up. We're doing a Q&A tonight about asking questions about different model trains or what type of particular locomotive you have or type of engine. Hey, Dirty Dan, you're here? Corey Page, hi, how are you doing, sir? So tonight is a Q&A, guys. You can ask questions about what type of engine particular you guys are looking for or type of steam engine. So the one here, North America Trains. How are you doing, sir? Good, you? Well, yeah, I'm good. Just been getting I've got a pair of calibers. It's Big Dan. Yes, I like that. I like that, sir. So this engine here is my River Aussie Casey Jones steam engine. Doing pretty good. That's good. That's good. This engine here, I've probably gone through 3 of them, so this is the only engine I have it will run. So welcome to anybody who wants to ask questions tonight or ask about anything about model trains or see what anybody wants to ask about what type of engine I can fix and what I can't fix. So, yeah, I've been very busy for the past couple of months and just working on a 7.5 inch gauge locomotive. I got a lighted up to scale today for $15. That's good. That's good, Corey Page. That's good. Um, there are I do have a 7.5 inch gauge locomotive, 1/8 scale engine. I'm hoping to get calibers and fix the brakes on it. It's been a project to get it running again, so I'm hoping in the next month or so to try to get it running. So I don't really know what's going to happen. It's an HO scale auto, correct? Um, yeah, I think it is. I don't know. This one's got lights in it. Um, Another engine. Try to maybe fix, but this one runs. I do know that. This is my little 2-foot narrow gauge mining engine, AHM River Aussie. Not a very good motor in it, but it runs a little bit well since I've redone a little bit of work to it using spare parts off another mining engine. So this engine runs its 2-foot gauge, so it fits right on to the N scale track quite well. It's got little train cars. Let's see if I can grab this one. And it pulls this type of car around. So it's a 2-foot gauge steam engine. So yeah, accidents, don't want that to happen. Yeah, I keep little parts in here. I can't really see it, but so yeah, there are parts, engines. We've got a couple engines. Here's a Marx 040 tank engine. This one runs. This is all original. I have the original train set for it in the box still, so this is a really nice engine. So I'm hoping to get some trains running and maybe see what else I can run. But so I have a really large transformer to run all this stuff. I went. Oh wait, the narrow gauge. I have been looking for one. Oh, Corey Page, you. Where did I get mine? Where did I get my little 2-foot gauger? I found mine in the box on eBay for like 25 bucks, I think, or it was 35. All original, had all the track with it. Didn't come with the transformer, so I had to find my own transformer for it. But this is an older one, doesn't have the really good motor in it. So I'd advise you to find another one. Look up Mini Trains or Minitrex or something like Mini Trains, AHM. So this engine here, it runs. I did find one in an auction house one time, but it didn't run, sadly, so I took the spare parts out of it and cannibalized that engine and took the parts and put it into this one. It runs, kind of. So this engine does run. I'll have to switch the pegs to the, if I remember which one is what. Okay, cool, thanks. You're welcome, Corey. So if you're looking for an engine, you just keep your eye out. This one's not the best engine if it wakes up. Come on. That's alive. I hate that. So I try to keep this one as running as I can, and this one's finicky, so it's an iffy engine. But it does run. I mean, it does. It's not bad of a little engine. It's just not making it fall off the workbench so it doesn't break. So this engine's kind of valuable to me. So, oh yes, guys. I'm hoping in the next week or two, maybe, to get the parts for the 1/8 scale locomotive. If anybody's got any questions about any locomotive you can particularly look for, or any engine you can try to rebuild, I can ask, if anybody wants to ask that question, go ahead. Be my guest. Put it in the comment so I can see if anybody wants to know what type of engine they need to fix or anything else, and just... And it's just finding a way to... So finding a way to ask anybody if they're going to look for, let's just say a certain engine you're looking for, maybe a Rivarossi or an AHM, and maybe a Tyco. So I do have some Tyco trains here. I have a boatload of Tyco trains. If Dirty Dan's watching, yes, I do have a boatload of Tyco. It's just stuff, some of this, I just bought a Tyco train set not too long ago. Where did I put that one? But here it is. My Aston Jampica and Santa Fe 10-wheeler, Atlanta and Pacific. So, turn off the light. Okay, there we go. That's better. So this engine here is a Tyco Manitoba engine. I paid $20 to $30 for that. Indian Head Valley Railroads here. Oh, welcome on the board on the page, man. So a lot of the stuff I buy are older trains and bigger engines, and sometimes projects I could fix and rebuild. And there's currently a few Tyco engines I'm trying to currently fix, and maybe some projects. I'll tell you this, guys. This was my first steam engine I had. Oh, me too. Cool, yeah. This was my first tea kettle I first bought years ago in the early 2000s. I think I was like 7 years old when I got my first HO train set. And then this was my second engine I had, was a steam engine, and I had a Mikado, and I had a Chessie Mikado. It fell apart, so I cannibalized the parts out of that to put it in another engine. So it's like, I do have one Chessie engine. I had to find it on eBay. That was the hard part, is finding it. Currently another engine I'll be working on this weekend. Maybe you'll see a picture or video of it soon, but oh, it's a beautiful... Yeah, you like that little engine? Yeah, it's a good little runner. Has a little can motor. Goes zip! Really quick. So, Another diesel I'm going to be working on, I did have a Milwaukee steam engine, Chippewa engine, and I took the motor out of it and put it in another engine. It fell apart. It was one of my first Pacifics, and then I got a Southern Green AHM Pacific. Oh, beautiful little locomotive. This is a Milwaukee Road engine. I hate the lighting. Let's go over here. That's a little bit better. So the Chippewa engine here, AHM bolt nose shape engine. Currently another project, the wire is disconnected from the engine. It wouldn't be too hard to fix it and rewire it and get it running again. I might put a couple nails in here or a bolt to hold it. So I manufacture kind of my own parts to fixing the engines. So there's currently, I probably have over half a dozen engines and parts and pieces I'm currently just trying to fix. I do have bicentennial diesel engines from the 50s to the 60s. Which one is it? I just got currently another bicentennial engine. I got several of these bicentennial diesels, old Tyco. I probably have like 4 or 5. I got about 4 of them now. So I like collecting the life likes. And then I have a River Rossi version and a double Tyco engine. Dirty Dan, if you're watching, and does the window have containers? Wait, might close them. They do have blinds, but it's just the way the window is, so it's like, well, what do we do? And even this way, I can't even do it either because the blinds are. It's just the way the room is, and it's mostly for me is figuring out ways to. Put this on top of a tray. Ah! No, that won't work. So we'll try to do it like this. There we go. It's a little bit better. 5. Cool. So there are currently engines I tried to look for. Oh, there's a rare Manitoba set I got at Goodwill for like 75 bucks. It's the NFL Manitoba train set. I have it somewhere in the box, but I don't want to get to it because it's like in a pile. I have the engine. That's better. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So here's the NFL Super Bowl train engine. It's red, really shiny. It's old. Heck of it pulls a lot of cars. I have a Green Bay car. Sorry, it's a little close. I'm on a shelf. So I'm currently fixing engines. If anybody has a question on if they have an engine, you have had problems with or you can't fix it, I can figure out a way to make a part or manufacture a part. I can only make them out of brass pieces. I got brass tubing I get from a hardware store, and that's currently where I get all my stuff. The engineer drafting cabinet was built in the 1900s, so always in model railroading tools, you always have to have a few dental picks to get to the wires on these engines, so you can tinker with them. Always handy, trusty, big screwdriver. You always need one of those for your classic Lionel trains. And I've currently started working on some slot cars here and there, slot cars. And I have currently American Flyer S-Gauge trains I'm currently rebuilding as well. There's currently half a dozen engines I currently work on. Here's an antique Manitoba from maybe the late 50s or the 40s back. It's all made of metal. It used to have a light bulb in it, but it's gone now. A black engine. It's got the old style connection, which you would see probably in the old Lionel trains. It's not plastic. It's like almost like string kind of. So there are certain engines out there you just can't. Maybe we can switch the color around. But Yeah, there's certain ones out there. They're kind of rare, and you just can't find them anymore. And for me, lucky is finding the engines is the easy part. But I go to maybe a couple train shows each year. I'll go probably to two every year. Hello, I'm all from the work. Cool, cool. So I like it how we are, Cocosing Valley Central Railroad YouTube channel is getting popular, and I'm really appreciating it, guys. It makes me happy, and I'm only producing maybe one or two videos a day or whenever I get off of work. I'm 23 years old and been doing this for a while, but I do have 7.5-inch gauge trains I work on. So currently during the summertime, I'm usually working on those. I'm not really in this workshop space. Eventually, I'll be moving out of this room and maybe into a bigger building to run my trains and have a bigger layout. Um, so I'm hoping everything is working okay. Hope you guys are having a nice summer. Hope you guys are staying cool. I got a lot of Tycho and Life Like Riverossi. Hey, how are you doing, sir? Welcome onto the chat tonight. So, some cases I do have DCC trains. I do have a few of them. And Tycho. Hi, I'm Willard. Oh, cool. Yes, Webmaster Model Railroad. Yes, heard of you. Really good guy. Nice videos. So currently, yeah. So there's other guys on here chatting, so that's good. That's good. If anybody has any different trains you can run in different types of stuff, and there's certainly cars out there are kind of rare to me. It's finding cleaner cars. I mean, you just can't find cleaner cars the clean your track, and it just gets harder and harder to come by. Yeah, Terry. Yeah, everybody else is on here, so anybody welcome. Neat little diesel engine. Yeah. Neat little engine. Model power. Little Amtrak engine. Paid $5 for it, so that ain't bad. It still has the box for it. It's got the little can motor. Might be thinking to maybe convert it to DCC with sound, but I was like, no, might keep it original. But I might take the dinky. Yeah, it's cute. You just shifter. It's a little shifter like a Plymouth. But I like switchers. Neat. Yeah. It's a neat little locomotive. Kept pulling. Have you seen the video on making cleaning your cleaner car? Yeah, I've seen videos out there to do it. I mean, for me, it's finding the vintage stuff. Like stuff you can't find anymore. For instance, this. This is a lifelike cleaner car. This was a Great Northern cleaner car. The red paint job. I like the switcher too. Yeah, I like it too. It's a good engine. Runs. I want to switch the couplers off of it. I don't like the plastic ones. I want to go straight to metal KDs. This is a currently a lifelike. Somebody decaled it, and I paid a couple dollars for it. And then I have another one. I think it's a Virginia Truckee. This one here is a Virginian Truckee paint job, paint scheme, all brown, same color as this one virtually. This one has a sandpaper under it, and it's rocks inside of it to keep weight on it, so it's a good thing. Welcome to anybody comes on tonight, and eastern part of the United States, in Ohio. We're in the middle part. That's where I'm from. Yeah, big H-O-I-H-O, Ohio State. Oh, man. Ohio State beat Michigan, people. Don't trust me on that one. I don't watch football. I just have fun with people. If you're laughing, that's good. So, I mean, I'm just crazy about it. I'm a, what's the technical term? A ferroequinologist. A guy that studies about trains is crazy about trains. So, currently a lot of people will start going to school this weekend, which is, for me, in my town, they start on the 16th, and they'll be going back soon. It's like, and they're gone, and then, like, I go to work, and then all of a sudden, here comes the bus. Dang it! Then I gotta go that way. It's like, another engine, if Dirty Dan's watching, is a Manitoua brass Camelback. It's versus like the metal one I just showed, the metal Manitoba overall. You got to have some really tiny trains. This one's a maintenance truck. Tiny little thing. Lights up too. Got a little motor in it. I like it. It's cute. Crash. Burn. I have one of those kinds. Yeah, they're cute, but the motor just burn out quick. It's like, and I'm like, nope. Apparently, this one came off of a G-scale flat car. Couldn't think about it. It was just on there, and I was like, what's that? And I knew what it was, and I was going, what can I do to this? So it was missing a wheel. I put a freaking big HO Athearn wheel in it. So I was like, this will work. And it rolls quite smoothly. It just looks like a jacked up van. And I was like, okay. So there's just stuff out there I like trying to find. So I do have currently, everybody has seen the, if anybody has seen my my video on my switcher, I currently have in 1/8 scale form. If anybody has seen those videos, please ask in the comments below if you guys have ever seen my number 55 Whitcomb switch engine. Okay guys, stop. Just stop in today and break back to work. Yeah, I can understand going back to work, and I gotta go back tomorrow morning at, I don't know what time again. But, I've got a, Penline switch engine. I'm really, later. Oh, you have a nice weekend, buddy. Keep up the good work. Lance, that's the guy's name on there. Yeah, I hope you guys have a nice day. Stay cool. I'm hoping all of you guys are staying cool. It is hot out. It's 90 degrees. And it's not been fun for me for the last couple of days. It's just been hot, and I got the farmer's tan, which people say, oh yes, you got that. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, this is, hey, don't go away, man. This is my little Whitcomb switch engine, my 1/8 scale, kind of my model of my 1/8 scale engine. So this is my number 55 switcher. I'm actually trying to figure out a way. I might just put, I don't like the way the couplers were put in on this engine and the railing on this engine. So, yeah. I like that. Yeah. It's not bad, isn't it? Yeah, I have the actual riding engine just like this engine. I actually, if you guys watch my 1/8 scale project video of my little yellow switch engine, it's apparently this one. So one of my buddies was selling one, and I really wanted it for my, yeah, later. You have a nice evening, sir. So be careful. Watch out for deer. If anybody's on the road tonight, yeah, they're bad. In Ohio, they are bad. My son would say I am nuts. I like that too. That's apparently my way. So apparently, there are some things I like to fix up. And this thing is old. I know it used to have a coupler thing on the front and had railing on the front, but I didn't like it. So I think what I might do is put couplers in it, or I might just keep repainting it. And it's the cutest little thing ever. I don't really run it necessarily. It's just, it's an antique. It's a Penline model. And, you know, you just can't find these things anymore. And this one was certainly hard to come by. And it's just, for me, it's getting hard to find. Oh, what just fell? I don't know. I'll check that later. So currently, there are some engines out there. So if you guys keep watching the video on the Mill Creek Life Steamers, you will see this engine on the rails. So this is my engine. I might be re-updating my picture on YouTube, so if you see a different picture, I might re-update to this engine because apparently this is my engine in real life. I bought it for the real one, the real 1/8 scale one. It's called the Little Gasser, the Cannonball Little Gasser. Oh my gosh, these things are cute and powerful. 3.5 horsepower. That's not a lot. This little thing has more kick than anything when I run it. So, put it on the track and see if it moves or not. I haven't moved this thing in forever. Dude, that's not good. Oh boy. Might have to do some work to it. But, I mean, this is just, it's a nice little display item. It's a pen line, but it's like my engine pretty much. The wheels stick out like that in real life. It does not have side rods. So this is just my engine because it always reminds me of my locomotive. And I need to get actually a brake band for it. If anybody's heard of a brake band, like on a go-kart engine or a lawnmower engine, if anybody's heard of that out there on some of the old stuff. So currently there are some train companies out there called Titan Trains that sells 1/8 scale. They're pretty expensive trains, so we're talking like 1/8 ones you could ride around in your backyard. And I currently have, I'm trying to think again. I have two of them. I have a little sister locomotive. That's cool. So there are, yeah, that would be the little sister. This one's like the big brother. It's also like, you can ride it, and then this one's like, So I might do a comparison picture someday and just put it right next to it and go, tell me, what is wrong with this picture? How big is the engine? So this one's like the little, like he said, the little sister locomotive. That one's the big brother. And then they're just, there's certain ones out there you just can't find anymore, and there's certain locomotives, and the little Amtrak engine doesn't run half bad. I had to super glue the wheel on, so let's go to the other camera. So here's the Amtrak engine. So the Amtrak locomotive. Sorry about that, guys. And it's got a smooth motor in it. Mike Thomas, how are you doing, sir? So, it's got even a little red backing light. Couplers are not right, so gotta rip out these plastic ones. Swap it for KDs. Good, you? Well, for me, just been busy. Mike's on here too, everybody. Yay. So, my first engine I got, and little Overo tea kettle. If it runs. Let's go the opposite way and try to get this baby to go. So it runs pretty fast, I should say. So there are loads of projects. I got trains in these cabinets here and just stuff in here. I'm just currently working on whatever I can find as a project and just fix them up. I need to get me a new steamer. Yeah, I mean, for me, I like finding weird design steam engines and, finding ones you just can't find anymore. This is another Manitoba Camelback. I rebuilt most of this engine. It used to have a reversing lighting on it, so it used to turn off from the front. I might have to switch the wires around again in the boiler, maybe. So this is my L&N LHR Camelback. Oh, I turned it off. Oh, dumb me. Ah, cool. You know, these old little Manitouas, they're finicky, these older ones. So it runs quite well. Corey Page, you got one of those too? Awesome. So we'll see what happens in about whenever I can tonight. So I like the Camelback. Yeah, the Camelbacks are neat. The brass one does run. I don't run him very much. I got a 10-wheeler version. I don't run that one as much either, because it stays in the package. I don't want to grab it out. Yes, that's very neat. It's a neat engine, and I do a lot of research and history on these engines. The brass engine, I probably paid about, if you guess what I paid for it, I paid about $25 for this engine. That was a steal from a hobby shop. And no, I did not steal the engine. I need help getting a dining. Might see you later. Oh, you have a nice night, sir. Bye, Corey. You will see you later, man. Have a nice night. See if I can get this one to go. So this engine is very, very old. And it runs. I don't even pull too many train cars with this one. It's an antique. I try not to run too many of these metal engines around. And this is the only Camelback I have to say it. This is the only brass Camelback I have in my collection. So this is the only one I got. So, yeah, there's a New Haven, and that one I got N scale. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff. People are coming in and out right now with the chat, guys, so I don't mind that at all. I never know what I'm going to do some days, and some days work on stuff and just fix stuff and see what I can do, but we'll try to go for another 5 more minutes and a good half an hour or two, I don't know, but I try to not do 35 minutes to a half an hour, but I'm hoping some of you guys would like to see my next live stream on my HO layout soon. If anybody wants to join for that one, I'll try to schedule like that in the next few days. Hello, Scrumptious Model Trains. What is going on? Well, talking about Q&A about HO scale model trains stuff I can fix, what I can't fix, or if you have any questions on any locomotives you need to fix. Scrumptious Model Trains, if you have a question on the Gilbert American Flyer HO scale engine, I can answer a few for you, and you know, if you need help on a motor, if you know what you're doing. You know, I've been waiting to see if you can get that one running, but I mean, I'm just asking. So if everything's okay with you, I hope you're doing all right. But let's put this one back. Yeah, this is my ghost train. Yeah, on a motor. Hey, yeah. I do have the motor, yes. I have 3 of the switchers. I don't know if I have any of the motors laying around or not, but I mean, when you say I collect a lot of, there's just train stuff on that shelf there. There's trains over there. I've been trying to rewind a 6-pin motor for months. It takes time to do that, buddy. It takes time to rebuild a motor from scratch. Yeah, some of these trains I haven't moved in forever, so it's hoping. Yeah, you have done it. No, I have not done the windings on a motor. Some of the engines, it usually takes me a few months even get to one if I have to fix it or manufacture a part from scratch if it's even brass. So, I mean, there's certain engines I've made brass parts for them, and I've only rebuilt 3 pole motors. Oh, that's good. I haven't just rebuilt motors. I check and fix them and see if they run and, you know, give them a good lubing. Sometimes that's all it needs to get one running again. You 10-wheelers, they run. Only one of the personal engines I know rewind a Santa Fe. Yeah, I've heard of that guy. He did one too. Come on, move. Yeah, there's certain engines out there. And this one just needs a good lubing and cleaning again. That's another one I have to put on the project tray. So we do have another River Aussie diesel. I need to fix the wiring on that. It won't take me about a couple hours to do that one. This one I've already done. Took the smoke unit out. It needs, complete lubing. Yeah, condition and lubing. So this is another AHM River Aussie Mahanu engine. So yeah, that's another. There's other trains in here. I got a O4Os. I got a brass Camelback Manitoua. I got a Penline Whitcomb switch engine, which is like mine, but this is. I have an engine like that, and I ride around in it, so I drive in the back. I'll give you an example. So this engine here, I have one like that, but it's got a bigger headlight on it. So I drive in the back. So I have a throttle cable down here and brake thing on the first wheel on this side. I have an air horn button up here and an air horn right there, and an off and on switch for the lights. And the motor's like right inside here, so it's a pull start, so I have to start my engines by myself. But I think I'm not going to stay in here too long, guys, but yeah, you should make more videos about that. Yeah, about the switcher, I don't know really, but you know, with me working, I only work one day, but I'm also working out of the farm and doing other stuff I work on, and some days I just need a day off, so I try to do as many videos as I can and try to post 1 or 2 here and there, but you know, it just takes time. But sometimes I can't do long videos, and I work at a farm too. Yeah, it takes time and it's hard work. And I don't know if I might just do a little bit more, but thanks a lot, guys, for joining on tonight. This is Kokosing Valley Channel signing out, but you guys have a nice night. See you guys later. Great stream. Thank you for joining, my buddy. Have a nice night.